13 love, 13 knowledge, 13 wisdom, 13 respect. This is your creation, and this is the next level. So we're going to talking about dreams, really deep diving into dreams, paying attention to your dreams. It's been real deep for me on a personal level. I've been studying dreams for a long time, but the past about 3, 4 months have been really, really interesting and bizarre to the point where like I was wondering why I was dreaming these chaotic or it didn't make any sense. Like usually dreams have a meaning of some kind and you can usually interpret it, but these didn't make any sense at all. And I was like, okay, so what message is being brought across, right? And it wasn't until recently I had heard some people talking about their dream times and how it's been chaotic, didn't make any sense. And they started talking about levels. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's what's going on in dream time is the levels in it, just like Jacob's ladder, right? The whole process of Jacob seeing angels uh, and other beings ascending and descending back and forth, right? Because what's the process that we all want to obtain? Is we want to continue to elevate. We want to continue to ascend to the next level, right? And that's should be the goal in your life in anything. Maturity, um, wisdom, uh, and helping people become aware of those and put those into their daily lives, right? And so I really started observing every day when I dreamed what part of me in my body, in my suit, is the story. Is the story, right? Is it my shoulder? Is it my heart? Is it my stomach? Is it my throat, which is where you speak? Your ears, right? Or even the inner kingdom right in here, right? What part am I dreaming about? And what ended up happening is I started having dreams in these multi-leveled buildings. And it was like we were moving into a big mansion, literally, and there were so many rooms. And we were like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do with all this space? But it was so big that it wasn't clean all the way. So what I ended up doing is I would go like into the big bathroom and it would be just really disgusting and dirty, but there was a janitor that was cleaning it. And I was like, oh, okay. And then there would be a room with ancient antiques, and it was really dusty and dirty. And then we started cleaning it, and it fascinated me because I'm like, wow, look at all these ancient antiques. Like there's a story here. I was like, wow, this is interesting. And then another part of the dream was I went into the attic and I went up to the attic. I felt the sunshine. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I saw spiders and cobwebs and everything. I was like, oh my gosh, there's spiders everywhere. I'm like, oh no. And then to get back down, there were spiders. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's spiders. So I went down and I was like, oh man, I got spiders all over me. So I went and took a shower in my dream, right, to cleanse my body off. And it clicked with me. I was like, oh my gosh, I am experiencing my house within my body and I'm cleaning it in my dream time. I am making space. I am looking in every little drawer, every little corner, and cleaning it all up. Cleaning it all up. Any kind of debris that can stop me from being my true potential, but also stopping me from ascending up Jacob's ladder, right? Because the ultimate goal, if you've been watching me, is to get back into the kingdom, right? Is to live in the heart space, but gain the wisdom and knowledge that you need to ascend and then help people ascend as well, right? Because at the end of the day, helping people is your story, right? So sharing your story is what helps people ascend, right? Um, and I've been working on that as well, is learning how to generate your story, right? Do these little things matter? Do these big things matter? You know, what matters when you tell a story, right? Um, what matters in your life, right? Your interests, your hobbies, what gets you motivated, what do you question around in your reality? You know, do you try to push farther in your reality, right? And if you feel stuck or like the story is not right, there's something that needs to change. Well, you start researching that. And I do that in my life all the time, in the physical reality, in the spiritual reality. Now in dream time, you know, really studying what this all means. Now, dreams aren't just about cleaning your vessel, but I do feel that a lot of people, like probably the whole planet, every human, is experiencing either moving into a house or it could be a mansion, it could be a rundown little house, you know, whatever it is. Dreamtime's catching your attention of like, hey, you need to clean up your house. You need to clean up your house, right? And it was mind blowing, right? Like me personally, you know, I eat real good, real healthy. Continuously look at new ways to give me vitamins and minerals and things like that that my body needs for nourishment. Because there's a lot of food out there that's just dead food. You can't eat fruits and veggies without it being just extremely contaminated. Um, so it's definitely very challenging. So it's learning how to maintain your body and listening to your body. You know, if it's tired, go to sleep. I definitely struggle with that as well. There's a lot of times I shouldn't be tired, but I'm tired. But it's more than likely because you're learning how to clean your house, right? You have to go into dream time to clean, right? That's why it's so important to meditate and pray and release and let go of what you may have experienced throughout the day, right? Don't go to sleep angry or upset or vengeful or things of that nature. You want to release and let that go, right? If you're maturing in life, you're not going to let it get to you because there's nothing you can really do. If there's an altercation or whatever, you got to come home, observe it. Was it your fault? Was it somebody else? What's going on in your life or your surroundings? We can't control everybody, but as an observer, you can observe what's going on. Does it involve you and things of that nature, right? Uh, but sticking with dream time, it's time to start cleaning your house, right? And how do you clean your house? One, pay attention to your dreams. Write down what part of the house uh, was being cleaned. What were the items in the house? You know, look at these little details. If it's ancient antiques, it's something ancient and old. It's going to end up being something that's more than likely in your heart space, right? That's where the gold is. That's where your spirit is, right? The spark of life, the spark of the divine. Um, if it's cobwebs and stuff, the attic or the roof, that could be up here, right? You're learning about knowledge and wisdom, and you're looking at ways to obtain it, but there's lots of um, threats or fear of finding out your potential, right? That's a good one. Um, and then like the bathroom, what does that represent? That will represent the stomach, um, and detoxing, right? Detoxing stuff out of your body. So it's these little things uh, in your dream time that really tells you what's going on, right? And I really feel that that is relevant today because everybody's experiencing that. But there's also dreams of other things, right? You know, there's dreams of the future or programs that can possibly happen that could be in dreams. Um, Families, relatives, people, they may be calling out for help, or you may be saving spirits, right? There's spirits that are old, that are trapped, that are visiting us in dream time, saying, "Hey, I need help. How do I get out of this?" And again, it goes back into um, houses and outside, and the environment will tell you what these spirits' life is like. You know, the way they look or the way that they're presented, right? But ultimately, you can help these spirits move on, whatever it may be. They can also be vampire spirits as well. So there's a lot of different things. If you become more self-aware in your dream, um, it gets very, very interesting. I love dreams where I become self-aware. I'm like, oh, hey, I'm dreaming. Then I start flying and doing lots of cool things, right? It gets real interesting at the end of the day. But yeah, so it's time to start cleaning your house uh, and just write down everything in your dream time, every little thing, so then you can work on it. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you need to clean up your body, um, get all the toxins and chemicals out of your body as best your abilities. Eat healthy, eat right. I always tell people you don't need to eat snacks. Get rid of snacks. You eat meals. You eat meals. So if you are hungry, eat a bigger meal, right? And then once that meal's done, you're done, right? If you want to eat a snack, you eat the snack right there. So then it's one big meal, and then that's it. So it can all digest out of your being, and it will help you in the long run as well. So there's just so many things. Vitamins and minerals. So look up vitamins. Your body tells you what kind of vitamins you need. It's uncanny. Every body part is also attached to an organ. So if there's an issue with a body part, it's attached to an internal organ, and your body's telling you what's going on. So you need to find a vitamin for it, or a food that you might be eating, you might be allergic to. There's so many things, and your dream time is going to tell you that. It's mind blowing. Um, but yeah, so that's what I wanted to share today. There's so much more to talk about dreams, but that was really important, is learning about your house, right? It reminds me of the scripture which says, the many houses, God has many houses, right? Well, each one of us is a house, right? That holds our spark, our spirit within us, which is a part of the whole. So yeah, so anyways, love yourself. Keep shining bright. I'll talk to y'all later.